an up-and-coming superstar in the streaming game, Poker Bunny.
We've got in seat number 1, we got the Poker Bunny on Instagram. That's what she goes by.
And here is Poker Bunny. She made her debut last night.
In this video, I interview Poker Bunny. If you do not know who she has been quite popular on recent high-stake cash games from Live at the Bike and Hustler's Casino. We talk about her background, find out where she gets her money, and even get her take on the hand where she was accused of angling. This was really the first time that I've interviewed anyone, so please cut me some slack if I missed anything. Also, the place we did this interview was a bit noisy. I didn't know that until after we recorded. It's a pretty interesting interview nonetheless, so let's get into it. What's up, guys? I'm here with Paulina, aka Poker Bunny, as you may know her from the high stakes live streams. So you are how old?
23.
23. You're from Australia originally?
No, obviously not.
No. You're from
I wish.
New York. You're from New York, and then you moved to Australia for college or uni, as she told me, right?
Yeah, I was going to Northeastern University and then exchange, and then I stayed.
Okay. And then eventually you moved to Vegas, but you first started playing poker in college, right?
Yeah, I won a $5 uni tournament, so I was hooked, obviously. But I knew that I had no idea what I was doing, and I just wanted to figure out how to play. But as you can see, I still don't know how to play at all. So.
Okay, I feel you. So you eventually moved to Vegas, where you started playing higher stakes poker, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and eventually you got backed. And could you talk a little bit about how you got backed and who's backing you?
I was training for marathons in high school, and then I ended up running 4 marathons and an ultra, and like 15 half marathons.
Stay hard!
But oh my god, I have to stop saying
It doesn't. You just only said it once. Doesn't matter.
It was more than once, but okay. One of my backers, he has the national record in the 24-hour race in Ireland. So I had a bunch of marathon content or running content on my old Instagram, and he hit me up, and I knew of him from the podcast that he runs.
His name is Dara?
Yeah, Dara.
Is it Dara? What is his last name?
O'Kearney.
Okay, yeah.
He's one of my backers, and we were talking poker strat nonstop for almost a year, and then I wanted to move to Vegas and maybe try to play live, and at first he and his friend were backing me for 510, and for the record, this was never a sexual backing deal. I've never had sex with my backers or done sexual stuff with them. I've never even met Jan in real life yet, so.
That's your other backer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
People think just because of what you wear and things during the stream that your money is coming from somewhere else, and a lot of people like to even say, oh, what's her OnlyFans, right? She's.
Yeah, that's very common in the chat.
Okay, and so what is your response to that?
I'm not doing an OnlyFans, and I wouldn't want people to think I am currently, because poker's what I do. It doesn't matter now what people think anyway, because after those videos and how I've played on stream, it's just there's no point. I want to look bad anyway for poker.
Okay.
When I began playing poker, at first I was only playing up to $30 pub tournaments in Australia, but then I had a job and enrolled myself for the lowest stakes that they had there, I was wearing ridiculous outfits.
While playing cash in those low stakes?
I'm sure that it helped my win rate, and even despite the insane rate in Sydney, I actually was just running very well over that that sample, so I actually was like above break even despite how new I was. But I think that I was definitely helped by the fact that guys were just taking every spot possible versus me.
Because no one really wants to fall to someone who's
Well,
dressed the way you were and things like that.
I don't have a ton of experience playing live low stakes in the States, but I know that the culture in Australia is very different from the culture in the US in some ways. Yeah, they're a much more functional country, but they're a much more misogynistic country. Or at least the misogyny is openly tolerated, so they would just call me like a whore or like a dumb cunt at the casino, like at the table, and the dealer would do nothing, and the floor would do nothing, and
like when you won pots versus them and things like that.
yeah, literally. Strongly believe that no poker girl in the States or in Europe has tolerated anything close to what I tolerated in Australia, and it made me think that that's how poker players were as a whole, but in reality, Australia is very misogynistic. And to be clear, like, I didn't have much experience just in social environments outside of school up until I moved to Australia, so I wasn't even that clear about the culture anywhere. Like in high school, I was literally just like training for marathons and like doing schoolwork because I was really into that then. But yeah, I just assumed it was like that everywhere, and eventually it just snapped. So
Okay,
at the poker community, you would not believe me if I told you some of the things that they said. Like the people watching this just won't believe that what was said.
And what I was trying to ask was,
but it was.
how long did that go on for? Like, how long did you play cash there and like have that happen?
For about like June to February or of 2019. So that would have. I'm so bad at math. What, 7-8 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually used to be reasonable at math, but something happened. But that sounds really sus when I say that.
Yeah. So, do you want to share what happened, or no? Was it like?
Some people in the poker community definitely know about this.
Okay.
Like a good enough number do, and they'll probably tell people.
Do you care to tell people, or no? Do you care to say what it is, or no?
I mean, something very extreme happened.
Like
it sounds like I'm hyping up something that I want to say, but
like an extreme like injury event.
yeah,
Okay.
that like involved my brain.
Okay. Something definitely did happen, like traumatic, and it was a big injury or something along these lines, right? And
But what I was saying in various places about me missing a lot of years of school is also true. Despite going to like really like a college that's quite hard to get into.
You missed
not the Sydney one, like the one that I initially went to.
You missed school when you were like younger?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see what you're saying.
But I don't know how much that contributed to me just being able to process things like quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, you were telling me like you never used to say like so much, and maybe what you're telling me, like whatever happened could relate to why you say like so much. Do you think?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, and because I mean, I also see that a lot.
So, but I also could just be justified.
Yeah.
know.
I mean, because people say, oh, why does she say like so much? Is she like from California or whatever? But that's kind of something that people like to bring up.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's kind of. I think maybe if I just worked a little bit harder at like processing information and saying things quickly, I might actually be able to do so. Because with poker, like I've just done a shit ton of study, so online I can make decisions quickly because all the maths is like already.
It's in big ones.
I don't actually think the word math is math. In Australia, they actually do say.
No worries.
Less in the English language. But yeah, I forgot. It sounds ridiculous here though, so it's math.
So you ended up getting pretty good when playing live in Australia, and
No, I didn't get good. Like if you saw the first video I posted on YouTube from 2 years ago, I was not good.
Okay.
In any way. I mean,
So why did these guys back you?
That was 2 years ago.
Later,
I got
it was
back
later.
a year later. After I had actually been doing
When you got better, right?
work, although I've done probably I don't know, maybe even 10 times as much since then. I'm a more different player from now than I was a year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was in the time before that, which is weird, which is not standard because normally people make their most improvements the earlier they are.
I know what you're saying. Everyone gets
more
better.
More than half of the game is understanding hand rankings, and you can memorize those in a few minutes. So, but that's most of the game. So you've already made most of the improvements you're ever going to make in a few minutes, and then you know what I'm saying. It should be the progression should be
You mean pre-flop? What you should do pre-flop?
this kind of curve, right? The progression should be like this, but I would say for me, aside from the really early stuff, it's been way more like this.
Like this? That's hard to
Okay.
So
the normal progression poker, I think, is like this, very a lot at first,
just,
and then
straight up,
less.
right?
No,
no, up and down.
Like this.
All right, do it again.
Like this. Most of the progression is done in the beginning, so it's very steep at the beginning, and then it flattens out. But for me, after the very, very early stuff, it's been way more like steeper. As I've been able to see that things are actually my dreams are possible or whatever, I've worked a lot harder, and I think accomplished a lot more.
Okay.
In terms of learning the game.
Yeah,
improvement.
That makes sense. Cool. So I think that's a good segue. What are your dreams in poker or life or whatever? Because right now it seems like you're pretty popular in terms of. Well, let me rephrase that. You're very well.
I've destroyed my dreams. I feel like
you're getting more and more known.
My dream was that wasn't.
I know it may not be your dream.
My dream was to be like a sicko and everyone knows about it. Well, people just see me as a massive fish, but a lot of people know about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your dream was
such a horrible dream in poker because what I want is for people to think I'm horrible so that I can get into any game I want to in live cash at least. Yeah.
So your dream was originally to be very good at poker, play the highest of stakes. You are at least playing the highest of stakes right now.
Not technically, but yeah.
Not like in reality. Obviously, there's always going to be a bigger game, but you know what I'm saying. On live streams.
Yeah, I'm moving down to 25, 15.
Okay.
Yeah, the stream games are really good. I've lost, I'm on a really big downswing. And,
Okay.
most of the hands that's from have been my fault, me fucking up.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like I've just gotten beat after me. It consumes a lot of my mental bandwidth to be thinking about what people are thinking about me when I'm playing on stream, and I think, oh my god, no, never mind. That sounds like I'm trying to justify stuff. It kind of is, but I want to be seen as bad so I can get into games.
And this is kind of did you see the Dan Blazarian interview with Doug Polk?
I think Blazarian's a bad example, but I think he's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
know what you mean, though.
The example of him getting into really good cash games because people think he's bad is very similar to what you're saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Cool. So
I would have used the example, honestly, that there's Euros who Doug was bad compared to, and Doug, but yeah, Doug couldn't get into any game, so.
Yeah, because everyone knew he was good. Right?
Yeah, but he wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't say that because I was never as good as any of those guys, so obviously. So.
Yeah, that's cool.
So because I put by far the most amount of energy into poker out of all the things that I do, I can't help but not want to be seen as bad. So I got really depressed, to be honest, when the bike video was just so public. But I had been playing badly for, I would say, since October. Something happened with someone. And also something super big happened in my personal life, like not. There's two big things basically. I don't know. I probably should have taken a break, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay. We don't have to go into it.
Okay.
So that brings us to today. So we talked about how you got back, and now you're playing in these.
Wait, can you make it really clear that I've like been drinking as well?
She has had one drink.
Like actually have like not been drinking for like the last few since like the night after the live stream.
Okay.
So like over a week ago.
That's the last time you. Okay.
Okay, my tolerance is like.
She has a low tolerance, everyone.
Oh my god.
Look out. No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, so like I said, we're going to today, 2022.
This is not how I wanted it to go.
What?
This is not how I wanted it to.
You're fine. So you're playing in these live cash games now. We'll go ahead and get into the hand at the Hustlers live stream. So
The angling one?
The angling.
Yeah, it wasn't an angle.
it wasn't an angle.
Just trying to get all the money in.
All in. Wait. I think I them. Yeah, I mean, I have to be all in now. Like, this isn't an angle or something. I don't know.
What?
A lot of people think it was an angle, but I actually, from what I've seen online, most people don't think it was an angle. Do you feel the same?
It's hard for me to tell because I think my feed is nice to me.
Oh, like the things you read. Yeah. I know what you mean, but
It's like a lot less people think that than the amount that I thought.
yeah. From what I saw, I don't think it was an angle. I think it was a mistake. You just didn't know how much you had, and I saw you realize that like
Yeah,
instantly.
but to some extent, making the mistake is probably worse. I mean, I don't know. Like,
I see what you mean.
I always shuffle in my hands. I shuffle the $100 chips because at Bellagio, for example, the $20 chips are really light and just not. It's hard for me to shuffle with my nails. So the point is, the $100 chips are way easier to shuffle, but the $100 chips at Hustlers, I would say, are way more similar to the $20 chips at Bellagio. And then they have these really sick 1K chips that feel great to shuffle because they're just like heavier and like wider. So I was only shuffling those, but I'm not used to having those in my hand like to shuffle. So I looked at my stack and it looks like I had about 20K in the 1Ks, and then that was it seemed like the right play versus his bet size to check jam. I mean, it was correct to check jam 100 big blinds, but it was not correct to check jam 150 big blinds, which is what ended up happening.
Yeah.
And then I like literally, I looked down as I was like putting my stack forward or whatever, and like I had all those green chips in my hand that I was shuffling, and it's
you were like,
about
oh, fuck.
it's 70. It's I'm sorry. It would be I had 1,400 in my hand, and I had like about 1,600 on the side.
16,000?
16,000 and then 14,000 in my hand. Yeah.
I was like, we're not playing 5-10 here. Okay, so bottom line is, it was.
I've been drinking.
So it seemed like a mistake. I thought it was a mistake, and that's really all that needs to be said there.
But yeah, I mean, it's completely like you can't make those mistakes and mistakes if you're playing for real. That's so horrible. Like I can't. I'm so ashamed. But
What did you think about the guy's reaction?
Ben's tilted, firing $25 chips at the dealer as tips.
I thought I had 20K, so I was like,
This is theater. You gotta love it. And even if you don't love it, we ask you to like it.
oh, I think Ben's just acting. Like I totally have no. I thought it was like really weird that people didn't pick that up because like he's a super wealthy, smart guy. Do you really think he's tilting about winning that hand? Like, there's no way.
Scoot over some.
No, yeah, there's no way. I don't know if I should be saying that, like, I think he's acting, although I don't think people put much weight on my opinion about anything, so whatever. But, like, I'm sure Ben is just acting to, like he's actually playing way better than like people like think of given his image. There's just no way he's tilting like that. People are insane to think that, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought that was unnecessary,
yeah.
but I will
He's just
say,
doing it because it looks like really entertaining.
yeah. Later on in the live stream, it was pretty funny when he like freaked out on
Yeah, I didn't see
Ron.
the-
Did you see that?
No.
He was like, Ron, I don't care about your hands. Stop showing me your hands.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
She wanted a raise. Good hand. She wanted a raise. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care. She wanted a raise. It's just cards. I don't fucking care. Okay, Ron? Just stop showing me your cards. Damn it. I was trying to keep you. Fuck. I want to quit this fucking game. No. Just stop talking to me, all right? I don't want to see your fucking cards. You play your hand. I don't care if you're betting, if you have it or you're bluffing. I don't care. All right? Just play normally. You don't have to like show me that you have the fucking pair. Jesus Christ.
So also, people want to know why you don't stack your chips properly.
I've won a couple pots for the first time in my life, and then I had a hand immediately after, so I was trying to stack my chips.
Okay.
I think they want to know why I don't look at my hole cards properly.
That
That's
too.
the real question. Yeah. I have really small hands, and
He said I had small hands, but he said I had small hands. They're not small, are they?
honestly, like, I would have a micro. Like, if I was a guy, like, I would literally. Okay.
Hey, we might not be able to
Okay,
put this on
if you
YouTube.
look
if you
at-
say that. I know you're
Yeah.
alluding.
If you look at other. Okay, wait.
Well, you need to stay closer because we're getting that guy in the frame. But keep
If
going.
you look at even like other girls' hands in poker, like on the Hustler stream, because it's really clear, you can see mine are just substantially smaller than everyone else's.
She has small
it's
hands.
really hard for me to look at my whole cards.
Okay.
So I used to peel the corners, but then at WSOP the cards were like really cheap, so they were bending. So then they thought that I was cheating. So then I had to actually peel them the side way, and then I couldn't. My hands were only big enough to look at one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That's-
long story
or else
short,
someone can see them next to you.
you have small hands,
Yeah.
and it was hard to look at your cards
Yeah.
with your small hands.
Literally.
Okay, we're ending our interview soon here, but I just want to see overall, are you happy with...
I'm not happy with anything.
No, I was going to say, are you happy with, for one, how you've... well, let me rephrase this. See, you're not the only one who messes up. Are you happy with how you have been gaining popularity? Or are you really... would you have really wished it was like in a different way? And just, touch on that.
Okay, I would rather like gain popularity from like if I had an OnlyFans than like fucking up badly on streams. It hurts my soul to be making mistakes like this, and it when you just put this amount of energy into something, like it's like. I mean, if I had been spending the last 3 years trying to be a really good singer, and then like I just start singing the way that I do currently, because I'm the worst singer ever, and on TV, it would be heartbreaking. So it's the same thing except for poker, because I've been putting like all of my energy into poker, and then to fuck up like that, it's like.
Okay. I want you to touch on a little bit like how much you actually study, how much you actually care about the game of poker and like doing well, and like how you're basically not the way it appears to be just, some random chick who dresses a certain way on stream and is a fish. Like, that's what a lot of people think.
Okay.
I wanted to get your opinion.
To be fair though, nothing I say will actually indicate in any way that I'm not as bad as how I've played in certain hands. Like even if I make like the sickest comment or whatever, it has no weight on. Yeah, I don't think it has any weight.
No, I know what you're saying, but I just know from what you've told me that you've been studying a ton, you do study a ton, and you actually do care about the game. You do care about how you play, and
yeah, I don't have I literally have nothing else in my life except poker. I mean, maybe working out technically counts, but that's all just a fun function of poker. Like I just want to be the best possible, so I like do stuff that I think that's gonna be plus EV in terms of poker. And yeah, obviously I think that's something, but yeah, no, I haven't even been to a club besides like I went to strip club once with Yo Viral. In my entire time I've been in Vegas. Literally.
Shout out to Yo Viral.
Point is literally I spend all of my time like running cryo sims. Literally, like I mean I've run like multiple thousands in the individual sims, not scripts, in the past since I was here in March and was doing a shit ton of study before that, although like nothing compared to what I've done since March. So yeah.
Yeah, and obviously people will take from this what they want, and you know they may bring up past hands or whatever. But I just wanted to reiterate the point that you know that you do care about the game. You do want to get good. You are trying to always get better, and that's obvious from what you've told me.
Yeah, that part is definitely can be obvious, like from just me saying stuff, and like it's definitely true. Like all I want is to be improving. So.
Okay. If people knew what you have actually been through, and people knew what your life was, they might have a different opinion. Like I think what you're saying is people are judging you without knowing much about you.
Okay, but I also want them to see. I'd rather they see me like this than. It's hard to explain.
You would rather people see you like this than what?
I mean, no one's ever cared about me in my life. Like even as a child, I don't have a family or parents or anything. So it's like crazy to me that people are actually like invested in me to some extent. Like it actually means so much to me. And
even if some people are
in between my childhood and whenever I started getting popular, somewhat popular, whatever in poker, there also wasn't anyone until my backing deal, I would say. So. It's just it's like thank you to even the haters. I mean I don't want to upset the haters by being thankful to them, but like
thank you to everyone who's watching.
Yeah, I totally hate the haters too. Yeah, I hate you guys.
Okay. We'll end it with that. We hate the haters, and I mean the haters can keep watching. It helps, right? So even everyone has haters. So
not everyone.
I mean, I think if you're doing anything right in life, you're gonna have a hater. You know what I mean? Everyone has haters.
I don't know.
Unless you're like, well, I was gonna say the Pope, but they still,
He definitely has haters. There's people who have been in a room their entire life who no one knows about, and I kind of was that because I used to just play Minecraft for like 8 hours a day.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't see that.
Really?
No.
But that's kind of still how I am. How I still am, just like for Pio. Yeah. But that was just middle school though. I don't actually play Minecraft anymore.
She traded Pio.
I haven't played Minecraft in like a long time. I haven't played Minecraft in multiple years.
Maybe you should throw it back on. You should start playing. We're getting off topic here, but thanks for watching.
That seems like an insult. Oh my god.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, maybe I should instead of poker. Yeah, maybe.
Well, that's not what I meant. You know what I meant.
I don't know.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video,
hey, you might actually be in my games one day and want me to be there. So you better be nice.
Hey, bring this closer. If you enjoyed the video, be sure.
You better try to appease the fish, basically.
What is she? She's stealing my mic. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment,
You should
subscribe.
try to, always be appeasing the fish.
She is. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. And this was our interview with Poker Bunny. Nice to meet you. Peace out.
Overall, I think Poker Bunny, or Paulina, will be around for a while. She obviously draws a lot of attention for both what she wears and how she acts at the table, and with this comes a lot of justified and unjustified hate. Even when I first saw how she acted, I thought she was cringeworthy and was quick to judge. This very likely at least partially comes from whatever she had happened to her to affect her mentally. She talks a bit about this on Twitter, acknowledging she has ADHD and Asperger's. The ADHD resulting in the use of Adderall, which she was on in our interview. Getting to know her and doing some investigating, it seems she really went from living in a shit situation not so long ago to now playing some of the highest stakes in poker available, which is quite impressive. Maybe even more impressive is her level of self-awareness, admitting she could work harder to process information, she shouldn't be making the mistakes she is at her stakes, and knowing whatever she says doesn't really matter to others. Also, I don't want people taking this video as me just glorifying Poker Bunny. I'm sure she's made mistakes, I'm sure she has done things that aren't great, just like anybody else, but she's human too, and I thought she deserves to tell her story. I think she has a lot of people fooled right now, but only time will tell. Thanks for watching.
I used to just play Minecraft for like 8 hours a day.